Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today I have another DC Essentials figure. This is number 8 in the line and one of the 4 figures that came out in Wave 2. It is Black Manta, Aquaman's arch foe. Yeah, so Wave 2 contains Superman, Brainiac, Aquaman, and of course Black Manta. Aquaman was really cool, but I didn't get him. I don't feel like I need another Aquaman. I did get the Superman, and I did not get the Brainiac. I had no interest at all in the Brainiac. But Black Manta was the one I wanted the most in the wave, and it seems like that was a good instinct because he's dope. We're going to talk about accessories first, because that's what's most exciting. So in the box, it showed him holding this blade, right? And I was like, where's that blade? I don't see it. Well, you open him up, and the blade is in a freaking slot on his back. That's the blade. And it just pops out. And he can hold this dope-ass blade in his hand to kind of stab Aquaman and stuff. And it's actually sharp. Like, it's actually sharp. This is not a toy for kids. Plus, it's fragile. Like, I could snap this in my hands right now if I wanted to. Just snap. So, yeah, don't get this figure for kids. Maybe the Superman would be okay for kids. But, I mean, these figures aren't made to hold up like that. Like, to be smashed together. DC Collectibles doesn't have the best track record when it comes to durability and quality control. These figures actually seem to be quality controlled and quite well, but they usually don't. And then also it comes with 2 swords that slide in these slots on his back. It's a little tight, but they're pretty cool. A little pointy at the end. But once again, 2 swords, bitch. Remember Arkham City, Two-Face, 2 guns, bitch. Catwoman, pre-order, yeah. But he's dope. So that's accessories, which he holds in his holding hands. He doesn't have any interchangeable hands, but I don't really care. Here's his big-ass helmet that no one could realistically see through ever. But it is a very unique look. Really helps Black Manta stand out among villains. And he's just so cool. Did you guys see him in New 52 and Rebirth? Like, well, Black Manta's always been cool, but modern Black Manta, like, really is just dope. So his head moves all around. Sometimes it can get pushed back into place because of these tubes, especially when you have the swords in there, because the swords kind of block the movement of the tubes, which is one of the reasons I'm not going to display them with any of these weapons, just to make sure I don't lose them, for one thing. But see, you can move a lot better without them in there. It doesn't, you know, have that hindrance. And obviously, his head stays in place a lot better when they aren't in there also. So, yeah. You know, he's a little easier to display without the weapons. Doesn't look as cool, but, you know, you could put most of them in his hands and then you'd be fine. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Helmet moves very well. And he also has an ab crunch, an ab crunch, an ab crunch. Okay. Didn't want to go off right. I just opened this guy, so he's a little stiff still. But he's got forward and back on that. He's got waist, up and down on the arm, forward and back on the arm, bicep, double elbow bend, forward and back on the wrist, rotation on the wrist. I did show you waist, right? Yeah, waist swivels. Splits, pretty cool. Forward and back on the legs. Thigh swivel, double knee bend. Boot swivel, up and down on the foot. Ankle pivot, side to side on the foot, you know. All the Gucci you need for a nice, modern, collectible, adult action figure. Ta-da! So, detail and paint, he's mostly just a shiny black. The shiny black was a good call. It's not metallic, but it does shine. And that's a good call because it kind of gives him a wet texture look. And he's like always wet, so that really works. The eyes shine too. He can shoot lasers out of there, so that's a good choice. Everything just looks great. The scuba gear looks great. He's got this dart shooter. I think that's a dart shooter on his arm. So it keeps him from looking a little too symmetrical. I feel like, yeah, like they were definitely trying to give him the best look they could. Real modern look for him. I just really, really like it. And now we're going to go into size comparisons, so let's stick him in the back. I love sticking it in the back. Yeah, let's zoom out just a little bit so that we can see him with other figures. Like my other DC Essentials figure, my only other DC Essentials figure at the moment, or at least for this line of DC Essentials. Superman from the same wave. Superman's number 5. Black Manta's number 8, as I mentioned. Pretty cool. Oh, you hear my kitty? Say hi, naughty kitty. Say hi, my meow meow. I love you, baby girl. She was present for the whole Superman review, so she's wandering around right now. And then to show him with one of the older figures in the same scale from DC Collectibles, here's the Forever Evil Owlman, who's not durable. Yeah, these figures aren't for playing with. Once again, they're for display. So they aren't made to be that durable. Now, let's compare them with some figures that are better for playing with. They're still technically adult collectible figures, but they're obviously made with selling to kids in mind. Like this Walmart exclusive Justice League movie armored cyborg. He's obviously too small to be with Black Manta here. And then just to show him with a comic book figure, how about Superboy Prime from the All-Star Wave? Yeah, pretty cool. That looks a little better because Superboy Prime's younger, you know, but still, you know. But yeah, I guess that is it for my Black Manta review. So, what are my final thoughts on the DC Essentials number 8 Wave 2 Black Manta figure from DC Collectibles? Good job, guys. You did a good job on this figure. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably the best one in the wave. Like, just looking at Brainiac, you know, he looks like he might have the most intricate detail and paint of everybody, and the most unique, but nothing really special about him other than that. The Aquaman looks really, really cool, but I don't really need another Aquaman. He just comes with his trident, you know. Superman's fun, but it's just Superman, no accessories or anything. And this guy has, like, the slots in his scuba gear for his weapons. He has this big, unique head. He's asymmetrical. I mean, he's real nice. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I will be seeing you all later, after I destroy Aquaman!